What's up, everybody? My name is Devin. I'm going to be streaming the end of the Dodgers game, but I won't be showing you the game. Think about it like radio. I'm watching with no sound, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. So if you can't get to a TV, think about it like radio. 2-2 game. It's going to come down to the ending. It's going to be great. And a huge swing and a miss from C. Perez. And pitching right now is Paredes. And Paredes, I've seen him, Edward Paredes, I've seen him before. He's like one of the most rookie pitchers we have on the team. Like, really only pitched a few innings, I think, in his whole career in the major leagues. But so far, I like what I see from him. He's got some dirtiness. Let me just make sure. Here we go. There, it's 2-1. And Perez is up right now. He's bat number 7. 167 batting average. Just absolutely terrible. That one was a strike. It's 2-2. And Edward Paredes is like a lefty. He's kind of a big guy. I like the way he throws it. And it's going to take a little while for everybody to come. Yeah, it takes a little while, but anyway, thanks for coming. If you're here, leave a comment. Let's get the conversation started. That one was a swing and fouled away, so it's now 2-2. This is the first Rangers game that I've seen in a really long time, probably since the World Series when they played Giants. 2-2. Here's the pitch to Perez. Breaking ball over the plate, swung on and fouled down the third base line. That was 78-mile-an-hour breaking ball. And we'll say this guy batting 167 was all over that one. So Paredes really gonna have to watch out here. Maybe give him something out of the strike zone. Because it seemed like he was all over that one. Oh, gotta get my here we go. Gotta get my thing over here. There we go. I was talking not into a microphone. And it's 2-2. That one was fouled away. And Perez is putting up a pretty good fight. And this is just gonna be a good game. 2-2. Loads of fun. And after yesterday's game, and the Dodgers start throwing up 13 runs. You know, we could do better than that. Swung on, and that is popped up to center field. And Kike Hernandez makes the catch. So that's 2 outs. Here on the top of the 6th, and Edward is really doing his job, from what it seems. And looking like pretty good ticket sales in the outfield for the Dodgers. Looked about 8/10, 80% full. And here's Rougned Odor. Wow, this name, that's a tough one. Rougned Odor. And I'll just call him Odor. He's 1 for 1, batting .221, 1 home run, 14 RBIs. This guy sucks. He's a lefty. And that is strike 1, another 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball over the plate. And I don't think Odor saw that one coming. And it's 0-1. And if you can hear that in the background, that is the ending of Terminator Salvation. Odor shows bunt but pulls it back. And it's now 0-2. That was a strike. And it seems like if you're showing bunt and it's a strike, you might as well bunt it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3. And Odor went down with 3 straight curveballs, and I don't think anybody saw that one coming. And just now, a lot of times you see these ball players spitting, and you think, oh, that could just be gum. But Odor, he opened up his mouth, and that was definitely chewing tobacco, and that had to be one of the fattest lippers I have ever seen in my whole entire life. You should have seen, that lipper was crazy. I'm back when I was in college. Everybody used, a lot of people used to pack lippers. But that one was by far the biggest. And we are going to commercial break. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's tied 2-2. And you know it's going to come down to the ending. It always does. So thanks for coming, everybody. Or no, nobody's here yet. 2 people are here. What's up, guys? If it's your first time, have an open mind. Think about it like radio. If you can't get to a TV, I got your back. And if you've been here before, leave a comment. Tell me you're a regular. And I wonder who's... Oh, Kike Hernandez is up. And as a leadoff batter, that's not that bad. Because he does have a tendency to get on base. and not make it easy for the pitchers. But he just loves swinging, doesn't he? Just loves swinging. He can't even try to put the bat on the ball. He just swings as hard as he can every single time. Maybe Dave Roberts tells him to do that. Oh, take a look at my shirt. You know, there's a hole in my shirt. Gotta remember not to put my arm up. Yeah, that one's fine. But this is an old one. This is like 4 years old. And we're back. We got an advertisement for BMW. And they kind of got a little graphic. It's on the Jumbotron. And they got a photo of Bonilla. That's kind of a... And right. That was kind of a sweet little thing they had going. But I don't recognize this photo at all. That was a flashback. Oh, there it is. Colorado. LA versus Colorado. Oh, triple play. Triple play against Colorado. That was way back in the day. And that's what happens when bunting goes wrong. But do you think that'd be the inside, that would be the inside, what is that when it's a pop fly to the infield? The infield fly rule? He let it bounce. Check that one out. Colorado back in the day, triple play. You look it up on YouTube. I know you're here. Why wasn't that the inside the rule thing? I honestly don't know. And it's now 0-1 to Kike Hernandez. Who is this guy hitting for? It's Hamels versus it's Hamels. And 5 innings pitched. All right, so this is the starter. And he must be pitching pretty well. He's a lefty. And you know what? He looks pretty badass. And behind Kike's head, we got an advertisement for Subway. And it turns out Subway has breakfast. And items as low as $3.50. So if you're hungry and you got under $5, go to Wendy's. And that's a ground ball to third base from Kike. Kike runs to first, but they get him. That's 1 out, bottom of the 6th. And we just got to get through this guy Hamels. He seems to be... are you going to bed? Oh, he seems to be doing pretty well. Kike Hernandez almost beat that one out, but was definitely behind. And Beltre, playing third, picked it up with his hand. That was a pretty sweet play. But Turner totally could have done that. And Muncy probably could have done that. Here's Bellinger and takes ball 1. And we could definitely go for a home run from Bellinger right now. He's got 2 walks tonight, batting .241, 12 home runs, 32 RBIs, and his numbers are starting to look a little bit better. And that's going to be strike 1, so it's now 1-1. And this is going to be the 85th pitch for Hamels. And he goes really fast. That I like. Here's the pitch. Huge swing on a breaking ball, strike 2. So it's now 1-2. Now we got an advertisement for Arco and behind Bellinger. So on both sides, we do have the advertisement for Subway. $3.49 for breakfast croissants. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, ball 2. And maybe that was a little bit high, but it seemed like a good pitch to me. But I'll take it. It's 2-2. And this Hamels guy, he definitely looks like a badass. Needs to hit the gym. A little too skinny, but he looks like a oh, swung on, and that's fouled down the line. So it's still going to be 2-2. And I've been watching more Dodger games recently. And you know what? Bellinger just hasn't really been impressing me that much. But he's definitely due to start heating up. He's going to get like 40 home runs here in no time. And Bellinger steps out of the box, steps back in. Hamels goes fast. Here's the pitch. And that's ripped base hit to the gap. That might even be a double. And I think that's going to be a stand-up double for Cody Bellinger. So that's a great way to... That's a good start. And Dave Roberts even gives a high five. And let's take a look at slow motion. And that just looked like a meatball over the plate. And a home run swing that he just maybe just missed a little bit, but hit it to the gap. And even if that was to somebody... Oh, here's Yasiel Puig. Yasiel Puig. He's definitely due to start running hot. He's batting .264, 8 home runs, 24 RBIs. And that's .264. I think that's a step in the right direction. And he's got a stolen base tonight, so he definitely does what he can when he's not hitting. Here's the pitch. 83 miles an hour, ball one. And everybody knows Yasiel Puig doesn't swing at the first pitch. So yeah, that's why if I was pitching against Puig, I'd just give him a strike every single time. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Oh, that could be a home run. Nope, that's going to be not a home run. And Bellinger's not even going to move up. That was hit right to the left fielder. And there's a line drive right to the left fielder. And I got to be not so excited on every single hit, because I have a tendency to say that could be a home run way more often than I should. And just got it a little bit inside on the hands. But still looked like a really good swing. And that's the thing about Yasiel Puig, is if he's swinging well. He's definitely swinging well. And here's Logan Forsythe. And you know what? He didn't do anything forever. But I guess the last week or so he's been doing really well. And now we got a powwow at the mound for the Rangers. And the coach's name is Brocale. And you know what? That's 1+2. He looks like Bill Murray from Life Aquatic. McHale, he looks like Bill Murray from a lot, but I think that's Bill Murray from Life Aquatic. And I don't even know what city the Rangers play. It must be Dallas, right? What city do they play in Texas? And then here's Logan Forsythe batting .207. You know, maybe he hasn't been doing better recently. I think that's Jock Peterson and Moonsey. I think Forsythe hasn't been doing anything. Here's the pitch. Ball one. And I would have been swinging at that one if I were him. And this is just a good situation to get an RBI, buddy. We could definitely use it. Bellinger seems like he's taking a pretty big lead. Here's the pitch. Strike one. And it's 1-1. Man, 207. How is he still on the team? Thank goodness he did so good last year in the playoffs. Let's just keep him for the playoffs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Huge swing. Foul down the third base line. And the kid that's getting the foul balls for the Dodgers, like the guy that's sitting in the chair against the fence, looking a little bit spazzy out there. You know, let's calm down, buddy. It's just a ground ball. You know, maybe he's a rookie. Maybe he's a first timer. It didn't look like a pro. That's for sure. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Oh wow, Forsythe is kind of in the zone right. Oh, that time he actually made an awesome catch. Sean, number 85, the ball guy for the Dodgers, who's sitting on a bucket. Sean, we're even now. That was a great one hopper, and now they're showing this one on the replay. He pulled his head out. But he still got it. And you know what? Maybe now he's got a close-up. And you know what? And now he's getting rocked from people in the crowd. Loads of everyone's loving him. And you know what? He's now +2 in my book. Here's the one. I knew that he was entertaining. But what I thought was spazzy was maybe him just having fun. Because it seemed like everyone loved him. So the ball guy on the Dodgers, on the left field side, way to go. And it's 2-2 to Logan Forsythe, who's 0 for 2 on the night. He's definitely due. And Hamels, he's throwing up some meatballs. He's definitely throwing up meatballs. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. And we are going to the top of the 7th inning. Tied 2-2. Both teams have 5 hits apiece. So it's going to come down to the ending. Probably going to come down to the ending. And what's going on up here? I'm going to refresh that. Oh, we got 5 people here. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming. And we're on a commercial break. Make sure to leave a comment. If it's your first time here, you know what? Have an open mind. If you can't get to a TV, think about it like radio. And it takes me a little while to get warmed up, too. So I might be a little sloppy at the beginning. But, hey, who's going to see Incredibles 2? Incredibles 2. It's going to make all the money. It's going to be crazy. Everyone's got to go see Incredibles 2. Oh, and you got to take a look at I got a hole in my shirt. I got to remember not to put my arms up. Hole in my shirt. There we go. Like 4 years old. Still on commercial break. Hey, so what do you guys want to talk about? The Dodgers? It does seem like you guys like the Dodgers the most. So let's just get right back on the Dodgers. And it looks like Edward Paredes is coming back for the Dodgers to pitch. And honestly, that's just a good decision. He looked pretty good out there. And you know what? He's still, I think his record is still 0-0-0-0-0 all the way down. Because he's that inexperienced and he just got brought up. But he's definitely got some dirty stuff. So I'm happy to see him really test him. And who's going to be coming up for Hamels, the pitcher? Oh no, we got Alexander. I was wrong. Paredes is out. We got this guy, Alexander. And our bullpen is about as average as bullpens get. But they seem to be getting the job done while we have no starting pitching and our hitting was a little bit lackluster. And inside the box score, oh goodness, earlier in the game, huge decision between Matt Kemp and the catcher. And Matt Kemp pushes him back and we got a physical altercation. And Matt Kemp has been thrown out of this game. And it was almost a bench clearing brawl, but it was more just... nobody was really fighting. But it was definitely, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 7 out of 10 in terms of altercation. People are on the field, maybe a couple punches thrown, but Matt Kemp did not like whatever that catcher had to say. And it took exception to something. And then just pushed him. So who knows, maybe that's why Matt Kemp's thrown out, though. We could definitely use him. And the first pitch from Alexander, strike one. He's got 26 starts. He's 1-0 with a 4.5 ERA. And 14 walks, 18 strikeouts. Opponent's average, 263. So, very average. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to Turner. And Turner, he's 100%. Turner at third base is the best thing ever. And now we have Kenley Calrissian Star Wars bobblehead. Friday, June 15th. Giants versus Dodgers. First 40,000 fans. And that's worth it just to get that. But, you know, why are we putting Dodger bobbleheads on Star Wars characters? That does not make sense. Nobody liked the Han Solo movie. Who knows? Maybe they had that before they knew everyone didn't like the Han Solo movie. And here's Shin-So Choo, little guy. He's a lefty. Here's the pitch. 94 miles an hour. Strike one, just directly over the plate. And Alexander's not messing around with this Asian guy. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Maybe a little bit high, but 94 mile an hour fastball again. And that thing's not moving one bit. That's 94 miles an hour on a laser. So let's hope Alexander really can hit his spots. And warming up for the Rangers is this guy. And this guy's name is Chu. He's batting .275. And that was a check swing and a strike. And the third base umpire really hooking it up. And now we're watching a replay of a pitch of the outfield. And I think this guy might have got robbed on a home run earlier in the game. Or something, because that was as close to a home run as you can get without being a home run. It hit the top of the fence, but because it was like squishy, it wouldn't have bounced out. That was bad luck. So I don't know what happened there, but just so you know, Matt Kemp is out of this game. He got into a physical altercation, and here's the 2-2 pitch to Chu. 2-2 pitch to Chu, and that was in the dirt, so it's now 3-2. And this is some guy we don't want to get on base. He's the leadoff batter. It's the 7th inning. 1 out. This guy getting on base would not be good. So Alexander, you know what? Throw that 94 mile an hour fastball over the plate. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on and fouled away. And I don't know what that was. I don't know what pitch that was at all. And Keck Medicine of USC, beyond exceptional. If you need medical care that's probably specialized, go to Keck Medical Center. If you break your arm, just go to the nearest ER. Don't worry about Keck. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off the guy's ankle. So Chu is on the ground. You know what? Get up, dude. That didn't even look like it hurt. Let's take a look in slow motion. Foul tip. And it hit him kind of in the side of the knee. Nope, it hit him in the foot. And his shoe was in the way. He's just complaining for no reason. He's fine. Oh, and he's got his name Chew on his shoes. Those are the dopest looking baseball shoes I've seen. Okay, this guy Chew is my new favorite. This guy Chew is my new favorite. Look at those shoes. 3-2. I still want him to strike out. Here's the pitch. Oh, ball 4. And Alexander let that one get away from him, and that was some kind of a pitch. That wasn't his fastball. Was not his fastball. And Alexander looks frustrated with himself. And if I'm a coach and my pitcher walks the first guy, take him out. He's got to learn his lesson. You cannot be walking the first guy up. And here's Delino DeShields. He's 0 for 2, batting .219, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. That sounds very familiar. He might be the son of a Delino DeShields from earlier, but this guy's very small. 5'5", 150 pounds. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to second. They might turn 2, and they don't turn 2. DeShields beat it out. And is still at first base, so you know what? That was actually pretty good hitting, probably. He just hit it to the infield. And Delino DeShields is going to be at first. And one of those situations where it's like a full swing, but it just barely... Yeah, that was just a ground ball to second. And Taylor, maybe a little bit slow on the throw. I'm not sure. And I don't know why Taylor is playing the infield. What is he doing? But he's been playing the infield for a little bit, and he never looks solid. And who's up to bat? Who's this guy? He looks pretty big. He's doing some funky stuff in the box. Here's the pitch, over the plate. Strike 1. And this guy looks pretty jacked. Nomar Mazra. Nomar Mazra, 262, 14 home runs, 42 RBIs. So this guy hits a lot of RBIs, but he's 0 for 2 on the night. 0 for 3 on the night. And it's 0-1, and he kind of looks spazzy when he's in the box. He kind of leans back a lot. And this guy looks pretty huge. Like, I would not want to mess around with this guy, Mazra. And so far, the toughest guy on the field I've seen for sure. Like, this guy's a monster. This is what I like in my baseball players. I like them big. And Delino DeShields is making a pretty big lead, I guess. Alexander doesn't like it, keeps throwing it back. And I think this Mazra guy might be a giant. I don't know what's going on with him. But this guy might be my new favorite Rangers. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And the way he leans back in the box. And Alexander keeps on throwing it back. And that time he was actually pretty close to getting Delino DeShields at first. And he must be very fast. Because he is very small. And I think Honeycutt is calling the bullpen. Oh, wow. Maybe they're going to challenge that one. He could have been out. Let's take a look. Nope, he was safe. And it's just amazing how correct umpires are. The majority of the time in baseball. Like, it's like inches, and they're always right. Here's the pitch. Huge swing, strike 2. And it's 0-2 to Mazra. He was definitely going for a home run. He had no other thing in his mind other than a home run. And they give us the pitch catch. That was a perfect inside pitch, 93 miles an hour. And they finally give us the GPS on the pitch. Thanks, Spectrum. And I'm gonna go to the Texas Rangers broadcast if I can, because I'm just gonna boycott the Spectrum feed. No good. Now you can just tell by watching with no sound. And we got Barnes playing catcher. I don't know why Grandal's not back there. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, and Delino DeShields pretends like he's gonna steal but doesn't, and then they throw down to second, and then he gets back to first. So still 2 outs. Delino DeShields is definitely trolling the catcher a little bit. And Bellinger just playing good first base. Just stands there. You know, looks cool. And he's always ready. Which is surprising to me. Seems like the guy that'd be falling asleep every once in a while. But at first base, he's always ready. And Barnes gives some kind of a signal. And I just like Grandal back there. And they keep on Delino DeShields. Come on. Don't take such a big lead. It's really slowing down the game. And Alexander definitely is laboring out there. Hasn't had too many pitch. Oh, this is the 15th pitch, but he doesn't look solid. He doesn't look solid. Inside fastball, huge swing, swung on and fouled away. And Mazra looks very frustrated with himself. I don't know why. And then we get an advertisement for $5 energy. And it's 1-2 to Mazra. Mazzara. I don't know how to say his name. 1-2. Alexander's they're both lefties. And he definitely looks like he's struggling a little bit against this pitcher. Barnes sets up outside. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball over the plate. Swung on and fouled away. And maybe Mazra is starting to get the timing a little bit more. Because I don't think he thought that was going to be a breaking ball. And then when he saw that it was a breaking ball, he swung anyway. So he was able to kind of adjust on that one. It's 1-2, but maybe Alexander's got a pitch away from him right now. They never listen to me though. And I'm actually never really correct. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Way low, huge swing, strike 3. And we're going, and Alexander does a little shimmy shake. And now we got a shot of little kids in the crowd eating popcorn. And we're off to commercial break. Is anybody here? Make sure you leave some comments. Hey, give me a link on your Discord server. I don't have a Discord server yet. I gotta click on the link that you gave me. I gotta sign up. I still haven't signed up. Are you still here? If you're still here, what's up, Will? It's pretty late, that's for sure. So if you're not here, that's totally okay. But I gotta sign up for the Discord server. And from what I can tell, it seems like a good idea. And you were good earlier. You gotta do this weekend. I'm not gonna be around. I'm going to a wedding. So you gotta do the Giants-Dodgers games because I can't do it. So you're gonna have to come in. You're gonna have to come through. Giants versus Dodgers is gonna be 3 games in a row. And the Dodgers are probably gonna dominate. We've kind of been on a roll. Except for today. This guy Hamill seemed to pitch pretty well. And it sounds like I was listening to you go today while I was driving home from work. And you definitely probably know baseball more than me. And you're 11 years old, so that's pretty good. But yeah, this guy Hamill's on the Rangers. He definitely did his work. And holding the Dodgers to 2 runs, that's actually pretty difficult to do. So, you know what? I think advantage Dodgers, though. Luis Sanchez, is this live? Yeah, this is live. I'm just watching the game with no sound, and I'm giving you a play-by-play. And you're 80 views away from 6K views. That's pretty sweet. And Luis Sanchez, thanks for coming. If you can't get to a TV, think about it like radio. I got your back. And it's going to come down to the ending. So if I recommend you get to a TV. Now we got an advertisement for Nissan and a sweet kind of video time-lapse of Dodgers calendar. See, I can see what's going on. We got 3 games coming up. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Giants. And then the one on Saturday is on Fox. So maybe, Will, if you're here, the one on Fox, anytime it's on TV, national TV, you're going to get less views to your games because there's just more people watching it on TV. So for the most part, you kind of want to stay away from games that are on national TV for baseball. And that seems to do a little bit. Oh, who's this guy pitching? I don't know. He looked pretty good. And that's going to be strike 1 to Austin Barnes. And on deck is Muncy, who, you know what, he gets the job done. He came in as like poor man's Justin Turner. And he's probably just as good as Justin Turner right now, which is crazy. So way to go, Muncy. You earned my respect. And pitching for Texas is Leclerc. I mean, that is a tough one to pronounce. Austin Barnes batting .212, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. He's over 2. Barnes is just doing terrible. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Huge swing, strike 3. And Barnes got absolutely owned. Looked foolish on that one. It wasn't even close to the strike zone. And he He definitely looks confused, and he was walking away with a funny look on his face. And we got a top-tier play from Arco. And did Moonsey hit a home run today? Did Moonsey hit 2 home runs today? Is that how we have those 2 runs? But yeah, Arco's top-tier play. Let's take a look. He's batting .277, 13 home runs, 30 RBIs. He's batting like 500 in the last little bit. They didn't tell me what he was for tonight, though. Here's the pitch. Low, and ball 1. And this guy is just a surprise. Where did he come from? Nobody knows. But it's 1-0 right now, and he definitely protects the plate. Here's the pitch. In the dirt again, so it's 2-0. And he definitely doesn't swing at garbage. He came into the lineup at a time when we needed somebody to be a good hitter. And he just kind of started pretty rough. He was definitely rough at the beginning, but he's just developed into a pretty damn good hitter. 13 home runs, 30 RBIs. And I think he's doing better than Yasiel Puig right now. I think he's definitely doing better than Yasiel Puig, which is so crazy. He's batting 9th tonight. And that's the dog Ludwig in the background. And that is 4 straight balls to Moonsey. And he is now on first base. And the dog, our miniature schnauzer Ludwig, at night before he goes to sleep, he kind of runs around like a maniac for a little bit. And that's what he's doing right now. It's like he runs around like a maniac so he can then go fall asleep. And here's Chris Taylor. He's batting .250, 8 home runs, 27 RBIs. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a double. And he's one of those guys that's due to just his batting average is not good enough. Last year, he just kind of, he was a superstar. And this year, just a little bit better than average. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. And that gets away from the catcher. And Moonsey's going to get over to second. And this guy is my new favorite player. He's never sleeping. He's always ready. He's got such an even keel. He is poor man's Justin Turner. And as far as I'm concerned, this guy should be on the team for the rest of the season. Moonsey. And how did he know to run like that? I guess he just knows. The ball just barely got away from the catcher. Just barely. But that was enough for Moonsey. I guess not giving away anything for free. And there wasn't even a throw down to second. Now the Dodgers have Moonsey in scoring position on second. And it's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Over the plate. Huge swing. Strike 1. So it's 1-1. And at least we got that guy at second. So no double play. And Taylor swinging for the fences. Goodness gracious. You know, put the bat on the ball, buddy. You're batting .250. Put the bat on the ball. Just get a hit. And the pitcher steps off the mound. Jesus is on deck. All will be fine. Jesus is on deck. You know what? Taylor, just ground out. Get this over with. Bring up Jesus. Get a home run. Here's the pitch. Outside. And it's 2-1. And pretty good eye from Taylor. And it looked like he wanted to swing, but just pulled back. And Dave Roberts gave him a clap and said, good job. That was weird. That was weird. Maybe just the fact that he was able to not swing at that is a step in the right direction for Taylor. And it's now 2-1. And now they're showing us people in the crowd at Dodger Stadium seeing a lot of nerdy guys. Starting to look a little bit like Staples Center. And that one's over the plate for strike 2. And that's definitely the pitch that Taylor should have swung at. And it's now 2-2. And now they're showing us Moonsey at second, who's just chilling. He's always observant, but he's never like spazzy. He's so even keel. Like even Turner's a bit more spazzy than him. Huge swing, strike 3. And at least he went down swinging, but he swung at the pitch that he was able to stay off of. And here comes Jesus. Here comes Jesus, and I have a feeling they're going to pitch around him because Matt Kemp is not up next. He's 1 for 1 with the solo home run, batting .260, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. He was gone forever, but that's still not good enough. He can give us more. Just going to take him a little while to get warmed up because even Jesus needs to get warmed up. And he's going to be doing his best at the end of the season when we need him to be doing his best. No reason to go pedal to the metal now. Here's the pick. Well, right now, go pedal to the metal, Turner. But in general, I'm saying it's going to be a smooth entrance back in. And now they're showing us Nomar Garciaparra behind the plate. And I gotta go to, I'm going to the, after this, in next commercial break, I'm going to the Rangers broadcast. I'm boycotting Spectrum right now. How do they not give us the GPS on every pitch? And that's over the plate, all one. Runner's in scoring position this season. He's batting .350, so, you know, way to go. But Turner's got to do more. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Strike 2. And it's 1-2. And I think Turner knows exactly what's going on. Just don't know why he didn't swing all the way through on that one. It seemed like a good pitch, and he just did a check swing. And that's just used to be one of those pitches that Taylor can take deep. Well, he can take any pitch deep. That's what's so crazy about Turner. It's like he's just trying to hit like a little dinker into the outfield, and next thing you know, it just flies outside of the park. Like he has Jesus-like strength. And he steps into the box. It's 1-2. I'm not worried. Here's the pitch. Just a little bit outside, ball 2. And that was some disciplined batting from Jesus. Oh, Lou Sanchez, new subscriber. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying to do as many Dodger games as possible. And thanks for coming. My name's Devin. But this weekend I won't be able to do it. So we got. Yep. I'm going to Gilroy, California, which is actually Giants territory. So I'm gonna be with the enemy, but it's a wedding, so I'm gonna have to like not talk about the Giants. But it's in Gilroy, California, definitely Giants territory. Like, they're crazy. They hate the Dodgers. It's preposterous. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that's popped up. Please go foul. Please go foul. And that goes foul. Thank goodness. And Turner finally has the timing on the Cleric. That was a pretty good swing, even though he popped it back. And you know what? I think Jesus might have a dipper. Jesus might have a lipper right now, which would be the first un-Jesus thing that Turner does. Let's hope that that's gum. It's 3-2. He kind of does this cool lean back thing, but not as much as he used to. Moonsie's at second. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, huge swing, strike 3. And how did that... And Turner is now talking to the umpire, and he is frustrated with himself. That was the one to hit. And Turner just hasn't been quite as good. All right, I'm off of Spectrum. I'm off of Spectrum for good. I'm going to go to it's commercial break right now. And I was hoping, I jumped on, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do the Dodgers game. And honestly, I was thinking that there'd be way more hits than this. It's 2-2. And I don't know if you know much about baseball, new guy, but Hamels looked pretty darn good. And from what I can tell, I mean, he pitched until, like, who knows, like the last inning. And we're still on commercial break. Hey, later, at the end of July, I want 10K views. Well, you'll definitely get there, Willers fan. You just have to keep on doing it. Like, you have to do what I'm doing, but like for a long time, because it's really hard to start a YouTube channel. But you're doing the right thing, even though it seems like sometimes you're not. It's because nobody knows what they're supposed to be doing. So, Will, thanks for coming by. That's an 11-year-old YouTuber right there. And he's definitely a smart kid. He'll figure it out, and he already is figuring it out. But I think you just need to have more patience. But, Will, thanks for coming by. And is the part from Luz Sanchez, is the part when the Rangers and the Dodgers fight. You know what? I missed that one. I missed that. I wasn't doing the play-by-play, but I saw the replay twice. And what happened was there was a play at the plate, and Kemp kind of ran into the catcher. I think the catcher was in the base path. And Kemp kind of ran him over, but he was out because the catcher held on to it. And then the catcher just kind of held it against him a little bit too long. It was a bit disrespectful, and Kemp pushed him. And then they got into a little bit of a physical altercation, and then both benches came out, but no huge fighting. But Kemp was definitely the instigator, and I think some words were exchanged, and Kemp didn't like it, so he got thrown out of the game. And here's Josh Fields, 31 games, 2-2, 2.79 ERA. 23 strikeouts, 8 walks, and this is definitely one of our more solid, pitchers, bullpen pitchers. And to me, he looks like he comes from Portland and lives in a treehouse. Like, you know what? I can just see him living in a treehouse. But it turns out he can pitch. So bring him down from the treehouse. And it's 2-2. Is this Beltre? Is this Andre Beltre from the Dodgers back in the day? Please tell me that this is Beltre from the Dodgers. Is this Andre Beltre from the Dodgers? If anybody's here, let me know. It definitely is. Oh my God. He's swinging for the fences. Strike one. And that's 97 miles an hour from Fields. That's the hardest I've ever seen him hit. And Beltre is batting .213, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs. That's not that great. He's 1 for 2 on the night. And you know what? I don't miss Beltre that much. And Fields 96 miles an hour. For ball 1. So it's 1-1. And that was 96 miles an hour is the... Oh, what's up, Sports Fury? Thanks for coming by. Jorge Rodriguez, thanks for coming by. Adrian, yeah, that's definitely him. Anyway, Sports Fury, I saw the beginning of your... Oh, that's a base hit. Adrian Beltre just got a base hit against the Dodgers. And you know what? He's allowed. He played on the Dodgers forever. We loved him. And then he was just a little bit of an underachiever. But that one, 97 mile an hour fastball on the outside corner. It looked like a perfect pitch, but Adrian Beltre was not having none of it. And just roped it to right field. But Sports Fury, Josh or Sean, thanks for coming. I saw the beginning of your video today, and I gave it a like. And you know, basketball's never going to be dead. But when it comes to good titles for videos, and you know what, we all got to do what we got to do on clickbait. That was a good one. But I missed your one yesterday. I didn't get any notification. And here's Jurickson Profar. What is up with these guys' names on the Rangers? Jurickson Profar. He's 1 for 3. RBI single in the 4th. And, oh, you guys are from Texas. What city are the Rangers in? Like, they're the Texas Rangers. What city is it? I don't know. 97 miles an hour. And it's 1-1 to Profar. And Josh Fields, I don't know, he must have eaten his Wheaties today because he's throwing gas. I mean, that's officially gas. But not quite good enough to throw it by Adrian Beltre, who is a former Dodger. And we gave him away because he was a little bit of an underachiever and he wanted a bunch of money. Man, I could have swore he went to Seattle, but I guess he's on Texas now. And it's 1-1 to Profar. Uh-oh. And that's going to be a ground ball off of Fields' foot. And then Bellinger grabs it and then gets him out at first. So Profar is out at first. But now the Rangers have somebody at second. And Josh Fields is, you know, looking like he lives in a treehouse. Oh, you know what? That was a line drive right at him. And I'm not going to, you know, that was coming really hard right at him. I'm not going to say he kind of looked like a weenie. Because that would just not be fair. That would not be fair, but he looked a little bit like a weenie. Put the glove on the ball, dude. But he kind of jumped out of the way, and then it hit his knees, and then bounced over to Bellinger Lugley. And he got the out at first, and it was looking pretty sloppy all around. And Fields, here's the pitch. Another high fastball swung on and fouled away. And if I were Josh Fields right now, I'd be very careful. Joey Gallo, batting .201, 17 home runs, 39 RBIs. And this guy might be a badass. Because you should have seen the swing that he just took. He did not just... Look at how big this guy... Okay, this is my kind of baseball player. You should see the size of this guy's legs. And Josh Fields turns around and throws it down to second to try to get Beltre. And then Beltre made it back with a huge smile on his face. And good for him. As long as he doesn't come home, then I'm totally okay with him getting a hit this game. And it's 0-1. Yeah, this guy Gallo, he throws it right by him. Strike 2. It's 0-2. And Fields is challenging him like crazy. That was a high fastball. And Fields just continues to throw nothing but high fastballs. And luckily it's 0-2, so this one better not be over the plate. Because if Gallo gets a hold of this thing, that's gonna be going for miles. You should see the size of these swings. And just give him something, a breaking ball away from the plate. Here's the pitch. Inside fastball, ball 1. And that might have been the best pitch that he could have thrown, inside fastball, but it was just a little bit inside. And I'm really impressed with this guy Fields right now. Just with his velocity. I didn't realize that he had this much velocity. Not enough for Adrian Beltre, but still pretty good velocity. It's 1-2. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, huge swing, strike 3. And that was 97 miles an hour, and another high fastball that these guys just can't quite catch up to. And although Gallo might be like 6'5", weighs like 260, and does squats all day long, definitely doing his core, cannot catch up to the 97 mile an hour fastball. And that was 3 in a row that he missed. And who's this guy coming up for Texas? Carlos Perez. He's 0-2 with a pop out and a fly out, batting 164 on the season. And you know what? This guy sucks. Here's the pitch. High fastball, strike 1. And that was no swing whatsoever. In the bullpen for the Rangers is Diekman. Fields gets the sign. He looks a little bit weird out there, like just, he doesn't look cool. Here's the pitch. Outside fastball, and that's going to be a ground ball to second, and they throw him out at first. And that's the end of the, not the end of the inning. We're going to the, up to bat for the Dodgers, Peterson, Hernandez, and Bellinger. And it's 2-2. This is a great game. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. And it's going to come down to the ending. It always does. Anybody here? Here we go. Sports Fury, what's up, man? It sounds sad because you can't record the game on Saturday. Lives in a treehouse. Jorge Rodriguez. It is Adrian Arlington. Oh, Arlington. Yeah. I like how you say wuss, lol. Oh man, I can't let that go. Jonathan Paz Castillo. Thanks, man. You know what? Some guys are just wusses. I don't know much about baseball, but I can tell when a guy's a wuss. How many days are you going to stay before the wedding? I'm going on Friday, and I'm going to come back Sunday. So it's going to be like a very quick up, in and out. But I'm going to have my phone ready, so I'm going to know what the score of the game is. But going into Giants territory, and the guy who's having the wedding is actually a pretty big Giants fan. I went to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo for college. And San Luis Obispo is almost directly in between Los Angeles and San Francisco. So, you know what? I made friends with some Giants fans. You know, don't hold it against me. But yeah, going to Gilroy, California. And we're on commercial break. Sports Fury, thanks for coming. I got to watch. Sean is a huge Rangers fan. You know what? I'm going to look up where Arlington is right now. Because that is not a well-known... I mean, my geography is top tier. But I guess not. Because I could not point out Arlington on a map. Oh, it's right by Fort Worth. That, you know, Fort Worth, I know where that's at. Let's take a look at Google Maps. And we got a La Quinta Inn and Suites. Wait. I guess I didn't realize Fort Worth and Dallas were that close together. I thought they were like 50 miles apart. I'm zooming out. The only time I've really spent in Texas was in Houston. I've never even been in Dallas. All right, let's take a look. We got South Dallas Fair. We got Hyde Park, University Park, Garland, Richardson, Carrollton, Grapevine, Irving, Oak Cliff, DeSoto, Lancaster, Wilmer, Ferris, Pelican Hill, Waxahachie. You know, that Native American must have died there. Anyway, I'm taking a look at a map of Texas, but it's slowing down my internet. Here we go. Cowboys also play in Arlington. Both stadiums are right next to each other. That definitely looked in between Dallas and Fort Worth. So definitely a happy medium. And I can see why they say Texas Rangers. But, you know, any more closer to Fort Worth, that's Fort Worth. Any closer to Dallas, that's happy medium. And it's 2-2. Diekman on the mound. Now, he doesn't shave. Very scruffy beard. Here's the pitch. Over the plate. That was definitely in the strike zone, but called a ball. So way to go, Jock Peterson. That's what you get for being Canadian. And what's cool is I'm watching the Rangers broadcast right now, and they on Fox Sports, and they actually show the strike zone, or they show the GPS every single play. So it's better than the Spectrum one. I'm not watching on Spectrum anymore. Strike 3. That was a crazy 85-mile-an-hour pitch. I think this guy Diekman might have some dirty stuff. Now they're showing us a replay earlier in the game. Oh, here's the collision at the mound. And huge collision. And Matt Kemp just, you know what? It was, I think, a little bit upset that he didn't drop the ball. And you know what? Actually, the catcher for the Rangers pushed him first. And Matt Kemp was perfectly reasonable to push him back. The catcher should have been out of that one. It was the catcher that started the physical altercation above and beyond the play itself. And was it a bit disrespectful for Kemp just to run him over? No. If you're in the base path, just do it. Here's the pitch, way outside, 98 miles an hour, all 1. So it's 1-1. And Kike Hernandez, not the greatest batter in the world, but he's very small, has a small strike zone, gets on base. And once he's on base, he's pretty fast. So just get a hit, dude. Please hit better. Outside fastball, and swung away. And it's going to be pretty sweet when you guys get some Dallas football games to do. And next time, I got to know about your Monday night show. Because I didn't even know. And it didn't come up, and I didn't even know that it happened. So I didn't even come. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Huge swing. And he's out. So now we got 2 outs. What are you swinging at? Diekman, he's got some dirty stuff. And he just made Kike Hernandez look foolish. And he's kind of got... he kind of looks like a badass. Like, he doesn't give a shit. He's a lefty. And here's Bellinger, who's also a lefty. Slider over the plate, strike 1. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Another slider, huge swing, and it's fouled away. And the fact that Bellinger was able to put the bat on the ball was crazy. It was a slider and an inside low slider. And he just made a kind of a weird swing at it, but that was pretty amazing. You know, he might be an athlete. Batting .244, 12 home runs. That's not good enough. Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt, ball 1. And Diekman has thrown 3 straight sliders at 85 miles an hour directly over the plate. One of them inside, and the other 2 just over the plate. He doesn't give a shit. He's definitely challenging the batters. Here's the pitch. Fastball, low and outside, 94 miles an hour. And now it's 2-2. And that didn't fool anybody for a second. He wasn't going to do 4 sliders in a row. And if you are going to do the fastball there, the fact that he started it so far outside, I don't like that. Catcher sets up outside. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball, huge swing, strike 3. And we are going to the top of the 9th inning. And it's a 2-2 game. It's going to come down to the ending. Well, actually, I think this is officially the ending. So, yeah. And I'm going to refresh this. Sean, oh, hey, thanks for coming, everybody. If you're new here, check out Sports Fury's channel. He does what I do, but way better. But now that he doesn't have basketball, he's gonna have to find a sport. So yeah, but he does. He has it on Mondays, so you can go see his shows on Mondays, and then he posts random videos here and there. And honestly, I think you guys should do more of the random videos. You guys should do more of the random videos here and there. Luckily, with what we're doing and what you're doing, it doesn't take a lot of editing. So if all you guys have to do is sit in front of the cameras and talk for 15 minutes, and you could even do like a quick little editing job if you wanted to, that's pretty good content for not too much time. And you know what? You're still early in your YouTube careers. You're gonna need that content, guys. You're gonna need more content, and we're gonna want it better and better and better. So get to work is what I'm saying. But you know what? I love the channel, and if anybody needs to start working on their content, it's me. But I gotta work on my visuals. I gotta get the green screen. Gotta sit in a sweet chair like you guys. Spin around, lean back, stand up on my feet when I need to. You know, really do it correctly. But I'm not using a camera. I'm using the one in the computer. And I usually make videos, but the camera that I use to make videos isn't good for this. Like I need to get more of like a webcam camera kind of thing, like something that just stays on all the time. Because the one I got is gonna overheat. Now we're back. We got Rangers Tumbler, June 22nd at 7:05, and that's pretty good in that it's useful as opposed to a bobblehead. But I would much rather take a bobblehead. TexasRangers.com. Go check it out. And that's brought to you by the Academy of Sports and Fitness. And here's Kenley Jansen, and it was all worth it for this. 28 games. He's 0-1, 2.3 ERA. 31 strikeouts, 7 walks, opponent's average 195. So after a pretty rough start, Kenley Jansen has been turning it around. And I saw him pitch a few games ago, and it was absolutely dirty. He gave up. He's 13 for 13 on saves, ops. Oh, since April. Yeah, since April, he's been doing really good. But it was a pretty rough start. And a few games ago when I saw him pitch, he was unhittable until he gave a gift to the Dirty Italian on, I forget what team, I think the Phillies. Just gave him a gift and then was unhittable after that. So let's just hope he doesn't give people gifts. And here's Oder. And Oder takes the first pitch, 91 miles an hour. And that thing was not moving that much. He's Rougned Oder. Rougned Oder. I cannot pronounce that one. What that one is crazy. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Oder puts down a bunt, and that's not going to work. And now all of a sudden we got one quick out. So that's the best possible thing that could happen. Why was Oder trying to throw down a bunt? Who knows? And now we got WinStar Casino and Resort. Let the good times roll at WinStar. It's on the Texas-Oklahoma border. And actually, back when I was playing poker professionally, I used to play in the main event in Vegas. Like it's going on right now, but I used to play poker all the time. I was a professional. And there was a very, very large contingent of online professional poker players that came from Norman, Oklahoma. Don't know if you know where Norman, Oklahoma is. Anyway, here's the pitch. I found it crazy. It's like, how could all these people from Oklahoma be so good at online poker? There was like loads of them. I think there might be like a school or something there, like a university. And then also there was a place in Texas that was also really good at poker. It was, is there a college named like College Station? All the people from College Station were always so goddamn good at poker. And it's 2-2. I think it was called College Station. Now, where's that at in Texas? Is that like a good university or something? Here's the 0-2 pitch. Huge swing. And that's going to be caught by Bellinger. So now we got 2 quick outs. And Jansen is doing exactly what we want. And Guzma, who's definitely a badass and huge, out so fast. Just ripped it right to Bellinger. And that was definitely on the handle. Didn't get the meat of the bat on the ball. And I think Kenley Jansen is just kind of unhittable. And here's Ochoa. Here's the Asian guy, the lefty. He bats number 1. He's actually pretty good. Here's the pitch. 92 miles an hour, right down the middle. No swing from Ochoa. Shin So Chu. Ryu didn't swing at that one. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, 84 miles an hour, swing and a miss. So it's now 0-2. And Jansen is just killing it right now. And he can pitch all night. Give him 5 innings if we have to. Over the plate, swung on and fouled away. So it's still 0-2. And Kenley Jansen, other than there was one guy on the Rangers that looked pretty badass that probably, if they got into a physical altercation, maybe could even stand up to Jansen a little bit. But Jansen is looking huge and jacked, and he's looking like a badass. Here's the pitch, low and outside, 95 miles an hour, ball 1. But I'm still pretty convinced that Pui and Jansen can beat up anybody on the Rangers. That guy Guzma looked pretty badass. And then that other guy looked pretty badass too, who's even bigger. Gallo? You guys know about Gallo? That guy was a monster. He might be able to beat up Jansen by himself. Here's the pitch. 92 miles an hour, way high, and it's 2-2. So Chu is definitely not swinging at garbage and making Jansen work for it. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. I mean, he could really go for a home run. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. All right, just get him out. Jansen steps in there. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Now it's 94 miles an hour. Over the plate, not moving. And Cho put the bat on the ball, but hit it down the first baseline. But he definitely looks kind of awkward when he's swinging. The Chu, he doesn't look cool. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. And that was not a good idea. He had him 0-2, and then gave him 4 straight. Oh, is this Delino DeShields? I'm not worried. He's not going to hit a home run. He's way too small. He's 0 for 3, batting .217, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. And this is the best. This inning's over. And I didn't know Delino DeShields. This must be Delino. Do you guys remember Delino DeShields, like a player from way back in the day? Is this his son? Gotta be. And he's very, very small. And he's a righty. Jansen's a righty. Here's the pitch. 91 miles an hour, over the plate, swung on and fouled away. And that just fouled right behind him. And honestly, that was a pretty confident swing from Delino DeShields. Was definitely had the right timing, but just missed it a little bit. So it's 0-1. Jansen quickly throws it over to first. And Bellinger was ready. Throws it back to him. And this guy, Delino DeShields, is definitely fast. He was stealing bases all over the place. And Jansen throws it back to first. So I guess Chu at first base is maybe taking a disrespectful lead. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Oh, strike 2. 0-2. And who's ever on deck for Texas right now is really kicking himself for not getting up to bat, because this landing on Delino DeShields at this point in the game in the 9th inning, who's batting number 2, is kind of bad luck, because the 3 and 4 guy looked pretty jacked. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's a broken bat and going to be caught. So 3 outs. 3 outs, and we're going to, it looked like a really good swing, but it was a broken bat. And Delino DeShields has some bleached blonde hair, and I don't know if that's a good look. Off to commercial break. Here we go. What's going on, guys? Sean is a huge Cowboys play in Arlington, both stadiums. are right next to each other. Yay, you're broadcasting. Junior B, thanks for coming by. He's a regular. Luz Sanchez, he's new, first time subscriber. Thanks for the subscribe. You know, I hope the Dodgers win too. And I'm not going to complain because I've only been going an hour. But one time I had to go for 5.5 hours because I didn't even know what I was doing. I'm like, you know, I'll just do the Dodgers game. And it was the longest game in Dodgers history, and I did the whole damn thing. So I'm very excited that it's close and it's a fun game, and we're going to the 9th inning. But let's just keep it to 12 innings max. And then we'll win. And let's just see as much of Jansen as we can because that's always fun. That's what's up, a Stormtrooper shirt, Star Wars all the way. Well, you know what? I'm a little bit off Star Wars right now. But just take a look at that. Oh, take a look at that. I got a hole in my shirt. And I told you guys that I said I wasn't going to put my arm up. But yeah, it's this is old school. Luz Sanchez, how many videos have you done? How many of these have I done? Of Dodgers, maybe like 30. And then of Lakers, I did maybe 50 of the 70. So I started on another channel last year in September. But I didn't really know what I was doing. And then I did all those on another account. And then that one got taken away because me and Spectrum got into a fight. You know, I'm doing this, Spectrum sucks. And YouTube didn't like what I was doing, and then Spectrum didn't like what I was doing, and they shut down that account for 30 days, and then I just went on another account. So this is my second account. So on this one, I've done maybe like 30 Lakers games and 20 Dodgers games. I don't know. But yeah, I've been doing these games for a little bit. Thanks for coming. And you know, honestly, I don't know why I'm doing it. I mean, it started out as a dispute with Spectrum Cable. I don't know if you know about them, but it's unacceptable what they were doing to the Dodgers last year. And half the city didn't even get the games. And I blame them for losing the World Series. But last year, half the city wasn't even getting the games. I'm like, oh, screw them. And then so I'd come to YouTube, and I was like, fuck it, I gotta do this. And then I just started doing it. And then the Lakers came, and maybe I took it a little bit too far. Nonetheless, I'm still doing it. I'm glad you found me. And here's, if you can't get to a TV, think about it like radio. And honestly, it does seem like most people that listen are either working or driving. So if you're working or driving and you need Dodgers, just click me real quick. And Yasiel, what I should do is get a bunch of Uber drivers together, put my YouTube channel on the bumper. So then I got people driving around Dodgers now. People are on their phones, go to YouTube. Anyway, that might be some good marketing. If you can get like 100 Uber drivers to put your sticker on their car. I don't know, maybe like $5 a month. I don't know, that's not the worst idea in the world. Here's Yasiel Puig. It's 2-1. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and it's 3-1. And Yasiel Puig, I definitely want him up right now in that he's not gonna go out. He's not gonna go out too easily. Here's the pitch. That was outside, but called a strike. Should have been ball 4, and now it's 3-2. And who's this guy? Chavez. Jay Chavez got lucky. And that one's outside. That's ball 4. So Chavez just walked the very first batter, Yasiel Puig. And I think now we are better than 50-50 to score in this inning. Except now we got Logan Forsythe. Now let's hope he doesn't go down too easily. He's 0 for 3 on the night, batting .205, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. You know what? It's been a pretty rough season hitting for him. And last year was pretty rough until the playoffs. And I said I wasn't going to make fun of him all season because he was good in the playoffs, but screw him. He's got to hit better. And the first pitch is way outside. The pitcher for the Rangers, Chavez, is really having control problems and doesn't look too solid out there. And pretty risky seems to go to this guy. Puig takes a big lead. Oh, that's a ground ball. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a base hit, and Puig is going to third. It might be close play. Puig slides in there and safe. So Logan Forsythe, or Wolverine I like to call him, just hit a sweet base hit. And the Dodgers have guys at first and third with no outs. And this is the best possible situation that the Dodgers could have got into, except for maybe Logan Forsythe hitting that ball harder and then Puig coming home. But Chavez just put a meatball over the plate, and Forsythe was able to get it between the second baseman and the first baseman. And the throw was also a little bit off. Adrian Beltre is playing third. And the right fielder for the Rangers, maybe not the greatest arm in the world. That should have been closer. And here's Barnes. He sucks. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. And that was just a little bit outside, but definitely outside. And he's batting .210, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. He's 0 for 3 on the night. And you know what? Most people I would say that are batting as bad as him, I would say they're due. But he doesn't seem to be getting any better. If anything, his swings keep getting worse and worse. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's a ground ball to... Anyway, is that a double play? They just got a double play somehow. And what you should do, Sports Fury, is go to a baseball game wearing shirts that say Sports Fury and sit behind the mound. Or maybe a sign that says you're Sports Fury on YouTube. And then maybe you can write it off for taxes. And that was just a nubber to second base, the second baseman, and then they tagged out Forsythe, and then Barnes is out at first. That was super weird. And now we got 2 outs, but that's okay. Who's coming up? Oh, now we got Bro Kale, the pitching coach for the Rangers, out to the mound. He looks like Bill Murray from the movie Life Aquatic. Maybe just a tougher version of Bill Murray from Life Aquatic, but he's definitely got a Bill Murray thing going. And we had a little powwow at the mound. And please tell me somebody good is coming up to bat. Please be Muncy. Is that Muncy? Oh, we got Grindal pinch hitting. Yasmani Grindal pinch hitting. He's 0 for 6 versus Chavez. That's not good. This season batting .247, 11 home runs, 37 RBIs, but he's definitely clutch. And this is who we want batting right now. Here's the pitch. Low. Ball 1. And Chavez continues to have control issues, but miraculously has 2 outs thanks to Austin Barnes. So here's the pitch. Low fastball, strike 1, and Yasmani Grindal did not swing, maybe thinking that was curving. On deck is Chris Taylor. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Perfect, right over the plate, and Grindal did not swing. And it's 1-2. Thanks for coming, everybody. Make sure you check out Sports Fury's channel. And, give me a subscribe. Give me 2 tries. And that's way inside for 2-2. Yeah, if you can't get to a TV, just click on me. I'll tell you what's going on. Please at third. Let's not leave him stranded. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's hit very hard. Very, very hard. Very, very hard. Keep going. Keep going. That's at the wall. Caught by the center fielder. Caught by the center fielder. That was like a jumping catch. Who's that? Is that Delino DeShields? How is that not a home run? Up against the wall. He's playing in a stadium that he doesn't understand. And yet he knew the timing perfectly and made the catch. And you cannot hit a ball much harder than that. I think Grindal thought that it was out right off the bat. And Chavez, although pitching as bad as you can pitch, is out of the inning. And we are going to commercial break. This is extra innings. We're going to the top of the 10th inning. Oh man, look at that. 29 people are here. Loads of people are here. Junior B, thanks for coming. He's a regular. Sports Fury, he does this, but way better than me. If you're new here, make sure you leave a comment. Have an open mind. Think about it like radio. I'm watching with no sound. And we are going to the top of the 10th inning. And I'm okay with extra innings. I like a good game. But the Dodgers just had a guy on first and third with no outs. And then Barnes comes up, and of course he throws up a double play. Because what else is he going to do right now? Maybe we should have put Grindal in for Barnes? I don't know. But anyway, that was almost a home run from Yasmani Grindal, and I'm not even mad about that. I think it probably got like a wind gust. Or, maybe it's cooling off right now, not quite as warm. Let's take a look at the temperature in Los Angeles right now. If it's over 75 degrees, then maybe it wasn't hit that well. 66 degrees. Any warmer than 66 degrees, that would have been a home run. It's freezing out there. 66 degrees, that's not fair. Just Monty Grindal got a little bit of bad luck, because if it would have been over 70, that for sure would have been out, because it was like right at the wall. And now we're watching a replay of it again. And you should have seen how much land the Lino DeShields covered very, very quickly. The fact that he made that catch was quite... he might be a little guy. He might not be able to hit, but he's definitely got it on lockdown in center field. Holy crap. And the whole team is giving him high fives. And he got to, you know, if anybody, the pitcher should be buying him beers tonight, because that pitcher was just doing terrible. He walked the first guy, couldn't throw strikes, and he's out of the inning. And here's Eric Godell, 16 games, 3-0, 0.47 ERA. You know, those numbers look better than they actually are. This guy's okay. Here's the pitch. Crazy curveball. Swing and a miss, strike one. Oh, and here's Mazra. He's 0 for 4. Batting .261, 14 home runs, 42 RBIs. He's 0 for 4 tonight, but this guy's kind of a badass. He's definitely big. He's kind of spazzy in the box. I definitely like him. Here's the pitch. Way outside, ball one. And if you're new here, thanks for coming. Don't worry, I got your back. I'll do it until the game's over. 15 innings, I'll be, you know what, good thing I started late. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and that's a ground ball to second. And they throw him out at first. So that is a quick 1 out. And it says it's 66 degrees, but seems a lot warmer than that. I'm in the third story of my building. And it definitely seems a lot warmer than 66 degrees. Here's Adrian Beltre, 2 for 3, batting .319, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs. He used to be on the Dodgers. Bit of an underachiever. And those numbers that he's getting right now are like the exact same numbers he was getting when we let him go. And he's 2 for 3 on the night, though. Here's the pitch. Crazy curveball, strike one. And that was about as dirty as it gets. Adrian Beltre didn't even know where to start, so he didn't even swing. And he's kind of got his helmet down a little bit. Like, it's like his visor is like over his eyes. It looks pretty intimidating. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, outside corner, strike two. 0-2. And both these teams' pitching staffs seem to be doing pretty well. Now, Texas is just getting lucky, like on the last inning, because that guy was terrible. But Dodgers bullpen is holding up. We can't talk smack. If anything, we got to give them more money. That's hit very hard to the gap, and that's going to be a base hit for Adrian Beltre, who's now 2 for 3. And you know what? He's a former Dodger. Good for him. And I'm happy that he's getting hits. As long as he doesn't come home, I'm totally okay with that. And let's take a look at that. That was a curveball, or a slider, 86 miles an hour, directly over the plate, and Beltre just waited on it. Swung, and that was a pretty good piece of hitting from Adrian Beltre, in that he knew that he wasn't going to get a home run. He knew he could only do so much with it, and he just got a base hit. You know, he just got on base. And you know what? That's kind of we could definitely use a guy like that on the Dodgers right now. Here's the pitch. Way inside. Or way high. Ball one. This guy's name is Jurickson Profar. He's 1 for 4, batting .235, 6 home runs, 35 RBIs. And in general, other than a couple guys, including Adrian Beltre, who's a former Dodger, this team is pretty terrible. Like, I haven't seen anybody that's, like, doing okay numbers-wise. Huge swing, and that's going to be a foul ball. So it's 1-1. Here in the top of the 10th inning, 1 out. And the $3.49 breakfast croissant at Subway is still on the advertisement behind the players' heads. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Profar's a lefty. Way high again, and it's 2-1. And Godell seems to be losing that fastball a little bit high. But that fastball is not very fast. It's about 92 miles an hour. and I still have yet to see anybody blow it up. But when they do blow it up, this is gonna be bad. And thanks for the compliment on the Stormtrooper shirt with mustaches. They're Stormtroopers with mustaches, like hipster mustaches. Love the shirt, but didn't see Han Solo. Just not liking where the Star Wars universe went. Just really didn't like The Last Jedi. Like, I had a bad reaction to it. Like, my body physically hurt when I was watching it. And they had Han Solo, or not Han Solo, they had Luke, the greatest Jedi of all time, hanging out on an island acting like a wuss. Like, what the hell? And then I was just physically hurt my body. So you're like, you know what, screw you guys. I'm not going to go see Han Solo if you screwed up Luke Skywalker that bad. I mean, what the hell? Then we had the woman with the purple hair. And then we had the casino part, and that didn't even do anything. And then we had that character, who I'm not going to get into because we're not allowed to talk about it on the internet anymore. But the movie sucked. And we should have known it on the first scene when they were like, they did the your mama jokes on the prank call. And then they had Finn, or I think his name was Finn, who's actually a cool character, had water squirting out of him, like the third scene. Like, what the hell? Oh, that's gonna be a base hit. And Adrian Beltre is at second base. And you know what? I forgot about the Dodgers game. My bad, people. You know what? The Last Jedi, I didn't like it. I mean, honestly, I think that I liked the prequels better than The Last Jedi. I mean, at least it had Darth Maul. And that sweet fight scene with the 2-versus-1 fight scene. You guys remember that? I mean, at least it had that. I mean, there wasn't even any real cool fight scenes in The Last Jedi. I mean, why not even like a sweet battle for, like, remember Snoke? It should have been a Rey. It should have been a Rey versus a Rey and Kylo Ren 2-versus-1 team up against Snoke. How sweet would have that been? They didn't even do that. Anyway, back to the game. Huge swing, strike one. And this is Gallo, and this is definitely the biggest guy on the field. You should see the size of his legs. Like, this guy, this is what, when I think of baseball players, like, this guy should be the model for big league chew baseball gum. He is huge legs. Those are like tree trunks. Doesn't seem to be able to hit anything, though. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball, so it's 1-1. And he's definitely got something that might be big league chew in his mouth. It's either that or a tobacco product. But this is, when I envision a baseball player, this is what I look at. This is what I think. Like, he's got to be like 6'5". He's going for home runs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike two. And you should have seen him going down swinging last time he was up. Gallo, it was just couldn't catch up to the high fastball. And Godell, it was against Fields, I think. But Godell maybe doesn't give it. He doesn't throw it hard enough to really challenge him high. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 2. And yeah, Godell is not really challenging anybody with those high fastballs. He's keeping them low. And it's 2-2. And Gallo knew that one wasn't going to be a ball right from the beginning. Bellinger's at first. And Gallo he doesn't look like the smartest guy in the world, but he looks like a baseball player. Here's the pitch. High fastball, strike 3. And Gallo just cannot catch up to the high fastballs, and he is out. Oh my goodness, there's only 2 outs. I gotta remember to tell you guys at least how many outs there are, because I didn't even know. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and that was not really moving. High fastball, and Gallo just goes down swinging. So we got 2 outs, 2 on, top of the 10th. And Godell, you know, you gotta like his hair. Very curly, hanging out the back. Now we got a kid in the front row, acting a bit goofy. Who's this guy? Perez, batting 160-something. I remember, because he's like the worst out of everybody. Perez is definitely the worst batter on the team. So this is a good situation. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on and fouled away. That was 93 miles an hour outside corner, but would have been called, it was a ball. Maybe the umpire would have called it a strike, but it's definitely outside the GPS. And it's 0-3. Yep, this guy's batting 161, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. I'm not worried at all. So as long as Godell just doesn't mess up too badly, we should be getting to the bottom of the 10th inning. Here's the pitch. 93 mile an hour fastball outside, swung on and fouled away. And that's 2 in a row that he swung at that probably would have been called balls that were outside. So he's just swung at 2 balls and it's 0-2. And Perez maybe doesn't have the best eye. I don't know. Or he just doesn't want to. I don't know. Perez isn't very good. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Dodger fans are clapping, but that's it. They're just clapping very lightly. You know, it's a little bit more than a golf clap. You know, I mean, the Texas guys are batting, but still, they can get into it a little bit more than that. What time is it? 10:30. Not even that late yet. Okay, they're back to clapping. We got one kid acting goofy. That's good. The kids are the ones having fun. It's 0-2. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. And the kids are the only ones having fun. And you know the parents are having fun, but you know they're just too cool to show it. Or they've just had too many beers. It's 1-2. Or they're upset that they can't get any more beers because it's past the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. High fastball, swung on and fouled away. And I cannot believe that this guy keeps on swinging at such terrible pitches. Like, just not good pitches whatsoever. But, I mean, they're close. They're definitely close to the strike zone, but they're all balls. And Perez just doesn't seem to have any discipline while batting. He just loves swinging. One and two. Top of the 10th, 2 outs. Godell seems to be pitching pretty well. I don't even know how there are 2 guys on right now. Over the plate, swung on and fouled away. And you know what? For being somebody that's batting 167, he's putting the bat on the ball pretty well. This guy Godell just takes forever. And how is it still 2-2? I mean, I can't remember the last time the Dodgers were held at 2 runs like this late in the game. So, Texas, you know, you guys are getting lucky tonight. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away again. Oh. It's 1-2. 2 guys on. Godell is taking forever. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 2-2. And every single time, Godell just takes more and more time, and this is his 24th pitch. And I don't remember exactly how they got those 2 guys on. I know that Adrian Beltre was one of them. You know, good for him. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, strike 3. And we are going to the bottom of the 10th inning. And up to bat, Taylor Turner and Jock Peterson. This should be over soon. You know what? This should be over soon. If you know what? It's you don't even have to watch anymore. So we got the top of the order. This should be easy. And we're on commercial break. It's a good game. Thanks for coming, everybody. Let's see. Is the part people are here? Dodgers taking the L tonight. Joel Rodriguez. You know what? I'm not gonna have to give this one advantage to Dodgers just because we're at home and we got the top of the order coming. But anybody's allowed to come, and you know what? For a little while, it looked like the Rangers were gonna be looking okay. let's see. Yeah, I prefer the original trilogies. I do like the higher ground lava fight scene. Junior B. You were the chosen one, Anakin. That fight was so good. And Ewan McGregor deserves a damn Oscar for his performance in that movie, acting alongside that guy. Ewan McGregor was by far the best part of the movie, and I cannot wait till they actually give him his own movie. But you were the chosen one, Anakin. The heartbreak in his soul, and it was so good because Luke Skywalker he was kind of the hope, and he saw the goodness, or he had hope that he could find the goodness in his dad, and he was able to kind of switch over Darth Vader. Spoilers: Darth Vader at the ending, and Ewan McGregor did the exact same thing with Anakin, where he just did everything he could to try to connect with him, and that movie was really good. The movie wasn't that good because they had all those scenes with Anakin just complaining to Natalie Portman, who also deserves a damn Oscar for that performance. But that scene was amazing. And then at the ending we had the no. And honestly, that was the best part. That was like that and the fight scene were the best part. People make fun of it, but you know what? It's better than a lot. And these new movies, I mean, The Force Awakens was good. It was cut from the same cloth as the originals. Like it definitely seemed like the same universe. It was a step in the right direction. It was a retread of the first one. We got the Death Star again. But then The Last Jedi it was almost like the movie didn't even matter. And Rian Johnson was mad at everybody. So he just made the worst movie possible because what changed? Nothing changed except Snoke is gone. Now we only got one movie to clean this up. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. Bottom of the 10th. Strike one. And Chris Taylor's up right now. Who's pitching? Jay Chavez. So Chavez is still in there, thank goodness. And that is low and outside for ball one. And I'm trying to think if there was some other good stuff in those first movies. I mean the prequels. That's outside check swing, and he's safe. So it's 2-1. And Chris Taylor just needs to start hitting like he did last season. Like, he just had the craziest way to bat. He would go down 0-2 against everybody and then end up walking. Over the plate, huge swing, strike two. And that was the biggest swing and a miss of everybody all night. And Taylor, why don't you just get on base? You're the leadoff batter, just get on base. Here's the 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. So it's 3-2, and we got a full count. And if Taylor gets on base right now, we're going to win the game. It's 3-2. Chavez is struggling. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. 84-mile-an-hour slider, which just barely hit the strike zone. Great pitch, but Taylor was able to put the bat on the ball. And I can't imagine Chavez can dig deeper than that. If that didn't work, nothing's going to work. Here's the pitch. Fastball over the plate, swung on and fouled away. So Taylor has now got a bead on the fastball, which is going 93 miles an hour and not moving at all. And then the 85-mile-an-hour slider. So what else could he do? Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball, strike three. That one was 91 miles an hour, directly over the plate with no movement. And Taylor goes down swinging for a home run. And Taylor just isn't what he used to be last season. That used to be automatic get on base right there. Now they're showing us Chavez earlier in the game, and Beltre is catching him. That's kind of funny. Maybe they're friends. And Turner, that's a ground ball to third, and he's out. So just like that, we got 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th inning, and now we don't have Matt Kemp in the game because he got into a physical altercation with the catcher earlier in the game. So right when you need Matt Kemp, we don't got him. And Jesus, you know what? He went down. And you know, sometimes Jesus is going to have a bad game. But I would have bet money that he was going to get a home run. And who's this guy? Oh, Jock Peterson. My favorite Canadian. And he's on a bit of a hot streak right now, and he's definitely capable of hitting home runs. though it took him a little while to kind of get in the groove. He's 0 for 2 tonight, batting .283. Catcher sets up outside. Strike one. And that hit the low outside corner. Rangers bullpen, we got 3 guys are out. I don't know why they're showing. We got guys. We got plenty of guys. I don't know why they're showing us that. And that was 87 miles an hour, way outside and fouled away. So it's now 0-2. Yeah, he's batting .283, 8 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a 912 OPS, which I still don't know what that is. OPS, 912 OPS, what is that? And that's a ground ball to second. And now we're going to the top of the 11th inning. That is a 3 quick outs. And Chavez, who was struggling the inning before, ended up getting it together pretty well there. And we are going to commercial break. Walk-off, Noah Pratt. I really wish, but no, it didn't happen. And all our batters just seemed very confident. And they just were swinging at Chavez early in the count when they were swinging at him early in the count when maybe they didn't need to, because he had shown that he is not able to hit the strike zone earlier in the game. Like the inning before, he was walking everybody. So I don't know why we're swinging so fast there. Everyone's going for home runs, wants to end the game. Dodgers and Lakers for life. There is another regular. Thanks for coming. Did Kemp whoop some ass? LOL. He definitely would have whooped his ass had they really got into a physical fight, because he was just so much bigger. And the little guy definitely started it, because Kemp kind of ran into him on the bases. Like, it was a play at the plate and it was a collision, and Kemp purposely ran into him, but he was standing on the base path. So what the hell was Kemp supposed to do? He wasn't going to jump over him. And he hit him pretty hard. And then you can tell that Kemp was a little bit butthurt that he held on to it. And then Kemp was kind of acting tough, and then the little guy who got the out, the catcher, was like, "Why are you acting tough? Why are you up in my grill?" And then pushed him. And it was almost like when the big guy pushes the little guy, just pushed him so far away. You know, a little bit of an altercation. Guys come out to the mound. Oh, but the bench is clear. And it was, I said earlier, it was a 7 out of 10 in terms of coolness. I'll give it a 4 out of 10 now that I've seen it on replay a couple times. And we are back from commercial break. Thanks for coming, everybody. If it's your first time here, we got 32 people here. Give me a subscribe. Give me 2 tries. If you can't get to a TV, I got your back. And now they're showing us replays of the Angels-Seattle game. And that was a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. And now we got Liberatore on the mound for the Dodgers. And hold on a second, I'll be right back. Lakers and Dodgers for life. How sweet would that be if we get LeBron? And everything I'm seeing, everything I'm reading, something just happened. The umpire is running around on the field. And now he's talking to Liberatore. And I don't know anything about Liberatore except for the fact that he's kind of an average pitcher. 14 games, he's 1-1, 3.2 ERA, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. Opponents average 211 and only giving up 1 home run. So you know what? Maybe he's a little bit better than average. But yeah, how sweet would it be if we got LeBron? His wife wants to come to Los Angeles, and if you're LeBron's wife, that's a lot of pull. So if his wife is pulling for Los Angeles, it seems like it's better than 50-50. And here's Rougned Odor. Like Hodor. I'm just going to call this guy Hodor. It's 1-0. Liberté is a lefty. Barnes is catcher. Who knows why? And that's a ground ball foul. And it's 1-1. And does anybody know what happened to Chase Utley? And he was on the team. We gave him $2 million. He was doing pretty well. Always getting on base. And I have not seen him in so long. And never even talking about him. Is he off the team? What happened to Chase Utley? And Oder, he's a lefty. Steps in. It's 1-1. Gets the sign from Barnes. Liberté is in the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball over the plate, swung on. Strike 2. And he steps out every time and does his glove thing. And looks like he's got some pretty sweet tattoos on his arms. Despite having a funny name, I bet this guy could kick some ass. It's 1-2. Breaking ball inside. Ball 2. So, Hodor, who actually was just holding the door. You know, that's when I kind of maybe knew that Game of Thrones was going downhill. Hodor, hold the door. That's when it started to slip away. And it's 2-2. 3-2. I mean, I love Hodor. Don't get me wrong. But just the way they killed him off. And then they also killed the wolf in the same episode as Hold the Door. Like, okay, well, you know what? I don't think that R.R. Martin would have gone with that. That was probably a TV show decision by that guy, D.B. Weiss, and the other guy. It seemed a little bit dumb. It's 3-2. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, swung on and fouled away. And in general, I love Game of Thrones. But the last season I definitely felt it jumped the shark. Some parts were so stupid. But the Ice Dragon was sweet. I like the dragons. The dragons are great. 3-2. Swung on and it's fouled off Odor's foot. And he's kind of a little guy. But kind of a tough, you can tell he's a tough, scrappy little guy. And he is actually putting up a pretty good fight against Libertor. And Texas getting on base right now might be the worst thing that could happen. Or a home run. But it seems like they're really having a hard time doing anything against us. They've only scored twice. But that's just not enough right now. And who would have ever thought 2 runs is not who would think that the Dodgers would score 2 runs? Like, we usually score like 8. Here's the pitch. Way low. Ball 4. And Hodor just walked. And now we got a skinny guy coming up for the Rangers. Here's the pitch. Oh no, they're showing us the ending of the 9th inning when the Dodgers had 2 guys on with no outs. And then Grandal almost hit a home run. And who's this guy? He's showing bunt. And tries to put down a bunt, but it fouls away. This is... Oh, is this the pitcher, Chavez? And he's kind of got some hardcore... sleeve tattoos, actually. And he looks way cooler without his PC principal glasses. You know, maybe this guy Chavez is cooler than I thought. And he shows bunt. And he cannot put down the bunt. He fouls that one back again. So it's now 0-2. And I think with 0-2, you generally do not have the pitcher bunt. Because, you know, they're just not solid at it. Let's see what he does. Oh, he shows bunt again. And he pops it up. And he's out. So Chavez, who with the pretty hardcore sleeve tattoos, that was pretty sweet. And Libertor is probably gonna have to face the top of the lineup. Oh, here he comes. We got Shin Su Chu. He's 1 for 2. And Shin, remember in Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 2 Turbo when you had Akuma? And then you had the bad Akuma, which was Shin Akuma. This is kind of like Shin Akuma right here. Same name, Shin. It must mean something. And Liberté throws back to first. And Hodor might be taking big leads and got the goofy mitten on. And all these guys are wearing mittens these days. So annoying. Here's the pitch. Perfect. Over the plate, strike 1. And 2, I mean, his numbers look pretty decent, but I have not seen him do anything tonight. So he might be a little bit due, who knows? He might be. And does he get home runs? Let's hope not. And Liberté keeps on throwing back to first, but it's not even close. Hodor is getting back immediately. Here's the pitch. Oh, I'm coming up red. In the dirt. Ball 1. Well, it still says green here. Luke Moto. One of those runs didn't count too. Which one of the runs didn't count? That's bullshit. It probably should have counted. It's 1-1. Man, Hodor keeps taking a big lead. It is a big lead. And Liberté's got to throw it back. That's disrespectful. And yeah, this Hodor guy, he seems to have like the killer instinct. Like he could definitely kill you if he wanted to, like with his bare hands. And you would never see it coming. He looks like a nice guy. Like he's like a little guy. Huge swing, strike 2. And it's 1-2 to Shin Su Chu. Shin Su Chu. Oh, Shin Chu Chu. No, Shin Su Chu. I'm not trying to be offensive. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Shin Su Chu. And Liberté throws it back to first, and Bellinger just looking cool. That's all he does. He just stands around, looks cool, and then sometimes hit home runs. But it was better when he hit more home runs. I mean, there's only so much standing around looking cool we can handle, dude. Hit some more home runs. Inside, ball 2. And you know what? Bellinger is still... Last year, my top 3 players were Yasiel Puig, Turner, and Bellinger. And... you know what? I'm not gonna change my top 3, but Muncy he's definitely a surprise hit. Definitely a surprise hit. And kind of slow start too. Oh, there's a ground ball. Dodgers might turn 2. And Shin Su Chu, not the fastest guy in the world. And the Dodgers turn 2. We are going to the bottom of the 11th inning. And thanks for being here, everybody. It's 10:45 at night. You know what? It's not even really that late. And I've been going for an hour and 48 minutes. And you know what? That's not so bad. For Lakers games, I usually only did an hour. But 148, got some extra innings. You know, that's nothing bad with that. And we got Jade Barbarena. I was just there. Where were you sitting? Why'd you leave early? You know, it's 10:45. But if you have kids, you know, maybe a little late for kids. But you probably should have stayed. And this game should have been over. Endo Smoke. Endo Smoke, that's a pretty sweet name. Yeah, well, it should have been over when we had a guy on first and third with no outs. And then something weird happened. And who was it? Was it Barnes? Barnes hit into a double play. And Puig was at third. Like he should have ran home, right? I don't know. But yeah, the game should have been over. If that's what you're talking about, the game definitely should have been over. And we're on commercial break. Is that what you're talking about? The The double play or is Barnes double play? And why is he still on the team? What the hell does Barnes do? Get him off the team. And last year, I know that I loved him last year. I mean, it seemed like he was doing great. He was a catcher that was solid. But now I'm a little bit second guessing. Dave Roberts is like, dude, why weren't you playing Yasmani Grandal last year in the World Series? And why did you start Darvish in the Game 7? Why would you do that? He was not Game 7 ready. And I blame Spectrum for not winning the World Series. 100% it's Spectrum's fault. Like, they take 80% of the blame. 10% of the blame to the Dodgers, the players themselves. 10% to Dave Roberts. And Dave Roberts, I think he outsmarted himself. It's like, dude, just keep it simple, stupid. It's the World Series. Why are you playing Darvish? He got blown up. Anyway, I'm still annoyed. Good for the Astros. Good for them. It's 2-2. Bottom of the 11th. Here's Kike Hernandez. He doesn't do shit. And it's 2-0. So, is this still Chavez? Please still be Chavez. Still Chavez. And I think they're just, I think they're just going to keep him in. Here's the pitch. Ball 3. That is 3 straight balls in a row. And Kike Hernandez, one thing that he does do is he does seem to get on base and be a pretty good base runner when he is on base. And he can play any position. But that should have been ball 4. That was way outside. And I'm watching it on the Texas Rangers broadcast so I can see the GPS on every pitch. And that was outside. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Way low. And that's a walk. A leadoff walk for Chavez. And that was the issue with the batting on the last inning, is that we had the top of the order up with Taylor, Turner, and then Peter, but they were just swinging for the fences. It's like, dude, this guy can't hit strikes. Just take. And Kike Hernandez, way to go. That's a gold start at night. Walks in the bottom of the 11th, and here's Cody Bellinger. Looks cool and hits home runs. That's all we want out of him. 1-2. Oh, no, he's 1 for 2 on the night. And that is ball 1. Great eye from Bellinger. And I think he was taking it the whole way, and it just so happened to be outside. Chavez continues to, from what I can tell, not be able to hit the strike zone. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Over the strike zone. Huge swing. Strike 1. And I would say that Bellinger definitely has the advantage here. He should have seen that swing. It's 1-1. And Chavez, I'm not seeing a lot out of him anymore. The catcher sets up outside. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Low. Ball 2. And this is just a great situation right now. Because I don't think Chavez is going to be able to get himself out of this one. 2-1. His pitching seems all over the place. Here's the pitch. And that's hit very hard. And that's popped up. And the right fielder catches it. The left fielder catches it. And Kike Hernandez tags up. Kike Hernandez tags up. That was a deep shot to left field. And Kike Hernandez, man, that was some incredible speed. Cho, who didn't really do great in the last inning, could not throw him out at second. And I don't think Cho has the greatest arm in the world, because that should not have been a tag up. And this is why Kike Hernandez is good. Because when he's on the bases, he doesn't give up anything for free. And who knew? Pretty awkward looking slide though. But beat it out by maybe a couple seconds. And now they just intentionally walked Yasiel Puig, and that's very disappointing. So now the Dodgers have 2 guys on. And now we got Wolverine, Logan Forsythe. And the coach, somebody's coming in for Texas. There's going to be a pitching change right now. And they're bringing in the righty, and Chavez looks pretty frustrated with himself. But this game could have been over in the last inning if Taylor, Turner, and Peterson weren't so gung ho to swing at everything. And we're going to commercial break. Thanks for coming, everybody. You were right, and the Astros were familiar. That Beltre run. Oh, what happened with the Beltre run? I don't remember that one. Eddie Calhoun. I just found you. Thanks for this, man. In Parkview, Iowa, diehard Dodgers fan, Eddie Calhoun. Well, if you can't get to a TV, come back here. I got your back. And thanks. Yeah, I'm just doing it like radio. Play the actual game. I can't do that because they take you down for 90 days. And not only do they take you down for, it's bad. And then I've had more accounts taken down than you can ever imagine. It's crazy. I did everything I could to get away with it. This is what I can do. Literally just put my money on Texas. What the fuck happened? Meltdown. Well, it's been 2-2 the whole entire time. So not too much of a meltdown. USMS Street King. Thanks for coming. How much money did you bet? I used to be a professional poker player. Anthony Silva, thanks for answering the question. Damn it, I hate Forsyth. Now, Asshole Beagle. And that's a very funny name because I don't think I've ever met a nice beagle in my whole life. They're all assholes. Not as bad as like wiener dogs and dachshunds. Those are the biggest assholes. Beagles just don't give a shit. And they run. And they're just, they're tough. You hate Forsyth. You know what? Last year, I was having trouble with Wolverine. I just call him Wolverine because he's so boring. Just do something to make it fun. But do you remember him in the playoffs? He came through. He grew up in front of our eyes as a hitter, as a player in the playoffs. He was like one of the guys that just went above and beyond. And when I was doing it, I was doing these games. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna make fun of you all next year, Logan, because he did so. And now I want to make fun of him again. So you know what? I'm not allowed to make fun of him because I said I wouldn't, but you are. And he doesn't do shit. Doesn't do shit. And who's this guy pitching? Well, he's up right now, and you know what? He's due. But I've been saying he's due now, like for 30 games. Here's the pitch. Way inside, ball 1. And this guy's name is Bush. And honestly, the last time I've seen a Rangers game is when they played the Giants in the playoffs, like in 2012. And here's Logan Forsythe batting .212, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. Doesn't do shit. And what happened to Moonsey? I haven't seen him in forever. I think they must have taken him out. And it's 1-0. And I guess Kike is being annoying out on the bases. Keeps on taking a big lead. And the pitcher keeps turning around. Like checking him at second. And it's 1-0. And this is a good situation for the Dodgers right now. As long as it's not a double play. Here's the pitch. Low 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-0. And Bush still has not hit the strike zone either. So, Logan, if I were you, maybe you should just take this one and force him to throw you a strike before you start swinging. Here's the pitch. And that's exactly what he did. Strike 1. And that was 96 miles an hour, low in the strike zone. Just a perfect pitch. And you know what? That one, every time I tell these people what to do, it's always the worst possible thing. That one was the home run. Here's the pitch. High fastball, strike 2. And he just bit on that thing like you can never imagine. And now I gotta say, advantage, whatever this guy's name is. Bush. Advantage Bush. And you know, that's just something that's fun to say. And Bush keeps on throwing it back to second. And Kike Hernandez is just, he's a thorn in the bush. And at some point, he's going to throw that thing away. Because it doesn't look solid, that's for sure. These pitchers are the worst. The worst. They might be some of the worst athletes on the planet. They can't catch ground balls. They always look awkward. And it's just a matter of time until they throw it away, looking goofy. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Over the plate, swung on and fouled away. That was 98 miles an hour. And the fact that Logan could put the bat on the ball, a little bit impressive. That was 98. Fox Sports has like a little graphic when it's fastball above 96 and 96 or above, and little flames pop up. That one was definite flames. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Bush throws it back to second again. And Hernandez is safe. And that one was actually pretty close. Pretty decent sales at Dodger Stadium tonight, though people did leave, and we did have somebody here that was at the game. And honestly, you'd be surprised how often that happens, because people are in the car on their phone. And nobody can find it on the radio anymore. Nobody can find the games. Spectrum, what the hell? So anyway, you'd be surprised how often that does happen. So thanks for coming. It's 3-2. And somehow, some way, Logan got a full count right now. Steps into the box. You know, he always looks like he knows what he's doing. Like, he doesn't look... Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. And that was 98 miles an hour on the low outside corner. And thank goodness the umpire didn't call that one a strike. It was outside, but a little bit close. And in general, this umpire has been very good in terms of balls and strikes. And the only ones he's messed up was one for the Dodgers and one for the Rangers. So it's actually been even. Of course, the one for the Dodgers was against Yasiel Puig. And, you know, he got in his own head. I think the umpires do that on purpose just to fuck with him. Like, it's crazy. Anytime there's a bad ball and strikes call, it's always against Josh. Oh, here's Barnes. This inning's over. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Huge swing. Strike 1. And I'm sorry I said that about Barnes. It's 0-1. That was 98 miles an hour. He's got one career grand slam and grounded into a double play in the 9th. He's 0 for 4. And he's definitely due. But we'll just take a walk. We'll just take a walk. Here's the pitch. Way outside. All 1, and it's 1-1. And this guy Bush definitely throws gas, but his control does seem to be a little bit of an issue here, so I wouldn't be swinging at everything. It's 1-1. Barnes is up. Great situation. 1 out. In the dirt. Ball 2. And it's 2-1. And honestly, I have to say I do like this discipline from Barnes. Not to just be swinging like crazy, because I can imagine how you'd want to swing like crazy. Bases are loaded. Bottom of the 11th. Great situation. Only 1 out. Thanks for coming, everybody. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to the pitcher, and he's out at home. He's safe at home. He's safe at home. Dodgers win. Kike Hernandez comes through. I'm sorry for making fun of him. You should see what I don't even really know what he did. It's like he jumped over the catcher, and Bush, these guys can't field. Looked a little bit ridiculous. Threw it at home, and whoo, Barnes gets it. Does he get the winning RBI? Can't wait to... Bush is furious, going off the mound. Dodgers win. And we got to see this in slow motion, because I think Kike Hernandez did something a little bit crazy. And that was a ground ball right to the pitcher. And yeah, no, it just went right around the tag. Perez, the catcher, it was a bad throw from the pitcher. Perez, the catcher, was pulled off the plate, and Kike just went right around him and touched it. That was beautiful from Kike to stay in the base path, and that is gold star to Kike Hernandez. Just beautiful heads-up play, and that's the type of thing that he does every single game, no matter what. Put him on the bases. That's the best thing that could happen. Dodgers win. Thanks for coming, everybody. Loads of people are here. Thanks for coming, everybody. If it's your first time, make sure you subscribe. Give me 2 tries if you can't get to a TV. 57 people here for Dodgers. That's pretty good. Enrique Mendia, heck yeah. And I'll read the comments for a little bit. Here we go. Hey, give me a link. Okay, I'm in 80 views away from 6,000 views. That's an 11-year-old YouTuber right there, Will. And he also is doing the play-by-plays like I'm doing it. So if you want to just go check him out, make sure you give him a subscribe. He's going to be doing the Giants games. So there you go. Willard, 11-year-old YouTuber, getting off to a quick start. Luz Sanchez, first time he subscribed. Thanks for subscribing. At the end of July, I want 10K views. Willard, you just got to keep on doing it. And starting a YouTube channel is one of the tougher things you can do. And the fact that you're doing it is all that matters. You just got to keep on doing what you're doing. And over time, it's going to snowball, but to start from scratch and nobody knows who you are on YouTube, like, it's hard to get followers on Twitter. Like, super hard, dude. It's way harder on YouTube, especially right off the start. There's no way to actively promote yourself. People have to find you. So just keep it going. See you later, Will. You know, he's for 11 years old. It's pretty amazing. He's not a dumb kid. Luz Sanchez is the part where Rangers and Dodgers fight. You know, we could have used another fight. Hey, Devin, that's my name. Sports Fury. I spell it with an O. DEVON. Check out his channel. Oh, new subscriber, Daniel Hernandez. Thanks for the subscribe. If you can't get to a TV, think about this like radio. And I'm off of Spectrum for good. Except I need their internet. So I'm still on Spectrum, but I'm off of Spectrum for Dodgers. Screw them. Daniel Ramos, Adrian, Arlington. That's in Texas. That's where the Rangers play, but it's also where the Cowboys play. Directly between Fort Worth and Dallas. Sean is a huge Rangers fan. Cowboys also play. Yep. Yay, you're broadcasting. Junior B, there's a regular. Thanks for coming. I hope Dodgers win. That's what's up. Stormtrooper shirt. Star Wars all the way. Junior B talked about it earlier. Not the biggest fan of The Last Jedi. Didn't go see Han Solo. And it's just amazing. I'm listening while working. That would be great too. Let's go Dodgers. Ashley Martinez. Thanks for coming. We just need a hit. Junior B. That's for sure. Junior B. Let's go. Damn it. Everyone subscribe. Devin is amazing. Sports Fury, thanks for coming. He's being nice. Check out his channel. He does what I do, but even better. Barnes messed up. Noah Pratt. You know what? He got the RBI to win the game. So that's all forgiven. He's even. Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan versus Qui-Gon was my favorite fight in Star Wars. Dude, that music. And then they're fighting. And then he gets behind the laser thing. Like, remember, they were fighting, and then he gets behind the door, like the laser door, and they have to wait for it to open up again. And then the two Jedis are just waiting, chilling. And then Darth Maul is pacing back and forth. And then it opens up, and then they start going at it again. That was a great fight scene. I think that might be one of the best fight scenes ever. And why they just need to be doing more of that in Star Wars? What on earth is going on with the woman with the purple hair? Anyway, yeah, I prefer the originals. Me too. I do like the higher ground lava scene. You were the chosen one. I love that one too. Dodgers taking the L. No, we didn't. Noah Pratt, walk-off, Turner, home run, or jog. And what was crazy is they were going for the home runs, but I don't think that they hit that correctly. They should have been taking more pitches. Lakers and Dodgers for life. He's a regular. Check out his. Does he make videos? Lakers and Dodgers in life. I don't know. He comes all the time. Did Kemp whoop his ass? You know what? He pushed him once. Sub Devin. Would definitely recommend to friends and family. Anthony Silva. Thanks for coming. If you're talking about my channel, that's great. I can imagine how it's hard to recommend a guy doing YouTube, like doing what I'm doing. It's a little bit weird. But yeah, it's like radio, but it's easier to get because it's in everybody's pocket. So you just click it real quick. And it's kind of like Dodgers radio. That's a little bit what I'm going for. But Los Angeles sports radio. And I want to make it better and do videos and stuff, but if you're by yourself, it makes doing this very difficult. And so I just focus on play-by-play because I can do that. And it's the first step for a sports broadcast. But hopefully one day I can have my very own sports broadcast. Thanks for coming. This game should have been over. Yup. I just found you. Thank you so much. Eddie Calhoun. He comes from Parkland, Iowa. Thanks for coming by. Make sure you tell me what you think about Dodgers because I love the Dodgers. I love the Lakers, but I'm not a baseball expert. So I need you guys to tell me what to think. Because, you know, I just kind of like whatever I see, I think is going on. So, you know, except for Turner. No matter what Turner does, I'm down with that. Play the actual game. Can't do that. Damn it, I hate Forsyth. Asshole Beagle. You know, Beagles are assholes. Anthony Silva's right. USMC Street King. Literally just put my money on Texas. What the fuck happened? Oh, was I a little bit late? You know what? I think that you saw the game before everybody else. I think you saw it before me. 250 at plus because Chu was 2-2 count. Wow, well that's some pretty. I mean, I used to be a professional poker player and I never got into sports betting, but that's pretty like you got to be pretty fast. Is that like on Bovada or Bodog, where you can just click it on your phone? Anyway, that seems like you only have so much time to make the bet. It seems like yeah, that's pretty sweet. Never swings at the first pitch. No, Indo smoke. I'm watching the Dodgers sometimes. I curse at him, and whatever I do, he gets a hit. Asshole Beagle. Eddie Calhoun, are you going to broadcast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, next game with the Cubbies? Yes, I'll do those games. I can't do... Yeah, I can't... I'm still doing it. I can't do the games this weekend. I'm going to a wedding, but yes, I'll do the Cubs. Strike this dude out, Bush. Dodgers got this in the bag. Logan Forsythe is about to come in the clutch. Yes, a Gorillas fan. I just got out of the game. Oh, dang. See, that happens more often than you'd think. Gorillas is life, man. Christina Steiner, thanks for coming. USMC Street King, unbelievable. Asshole Beagle, agreed. These guys are professionals. Texas looking like the Padres. You know, their hitting was not amazing. Like every single person other than like a couple guys like Adrian Beltre was no good. Ground ball machine. Dodgers not winning tonight. Grand slam, mother effers. Dodgers going to win. Good grief. Kike. Indo smoke. You know what? That's borderline. Shaking my head. Dodgers win. Told you. WWW. Heck yeah. Yes. I guess no. Now we can see who the Dodgers fans are. Christina Steiner. Rangers suck. You know what? Their record is not that great. Big question for everyone. With play like that, how in the absolute fuck did this even go to extra innings? Because we left a couple guys on, and usually the Dodgers score more than 2 runs, but they just couldn't do it tonight. And the starting pitcher for the Rangers was actually pretty decent. Whoever that guy was, he was holding up nicely. Dodgers win. I slept well tonight. Walk off boy. Christina Steiner, are you gonna hear the new song here? Appreciate the stream. Enrique Medina, thanks man. Glad to hear some commentary. Great job. Eric 2.0, thanks for coming. Christina Steiner, yeah, I'm going to hear the new song. What new song is that? I'll listen to it too. Dodgers about to get their first place spot back, which is amazing because 35 and 32, not so impressive. And we got this in the bag, people. I mean, this team, the way that we're hitting is World Series offense. And we can still do even better. No, Pratt, yeep, I don't do video. Lakers and Dodgers for life. Thanks for coming, everybody. This was a great game. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta go. Give me a subscribe. Tell your friends. And like the video too, because it's crazy that actually helps. Later, guys.